Starting. Hey, y'all. Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to another live stream from me and my core panel here. This is another installment of Grown Talk After Dark, where we get into like all the juiciness that's going on in dating, relationships, celebrity news, little politics. We just talk about a plethora of things. So thanks for joining me, you guys. Thank you again to my panel for joining me. And I also want to let you guys know that this stream is sponsored by my book, He's Not the Prize, You Are, How to Flip the Script, Regain Your Power, and Live Life on Your Terms. Available on Amazon. So I wanted to kick it off talking about this actually. Um, for the men, when you hear that title, He is Not the Prize, You Are, what do you think about that? How does it make you feel? Like, do you think it's like any shade to y'all, or y'all get, where I'm coming from? Like, when you hear that title.
Mm,
I
that's
get where you're
interesting.
coming from.
Go ahead, Chris.
Now, I was gonna say I get where it comes from. That's how women's supposed to think. Supposed to think highly of themselves or yourselves as they should. Women go through a lot. Y'all body change, y'all have periods. Y'all can do that.
Right. Thank you.
Y'all
I'm glad.
give birth. Oh yeah, can't forget that. Y'all give birth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. What about you, Brandon? What are your thoughts when you hear that title?
Uh, I mean, I guess I agree with it to a certain extent. You see what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like it does say in the word, like if a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. But like just because you a girl doesn't mean you a good thing. I mean, like so. I definitely think y'all like women. We need women, and women are a lot stronger than we think, and we rely on y'all for a lot of different things. So, I mean, you should definitely feel like you are a good like you should feel like that, kind of like to piggy off what Chris was saying, but uh, I don't. I mean, it. I think a lot of women are entitled for no reason, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think we instill in our women that like just because you're a girl and you have a vagina that you go and marry a prince or a man that makes it. You know what I'm saying? And that I think that is kind of misleading to women because it kind of takes the accountability out of a lot of things. And I've seen that a lot with just different women I've interacted with over time. So I think you know you should feel like that, but at the same time, you should be putting in the work to feel like that. You hear me?
I like that. Put it in the work. Brittany, do you want to chime in based off of what the men said?
Um, no, I think that was good.
I think it
I,
was good.
I, I agree with that. That was good.
Hmm. And
Like
I
most
learned.
men just were looking for a dime. That's what I
That's
got from it. If I had to summarize it, that's what I get.
okay. And I'm glad you brought up the entitled thing, Brandon, because I finally learned what entitled means for a woman. It's like, don't be expecting like this man to pay all your bills, to fly you out, to buy you a Birkin bag, all like within the first week. You know what I mean? So at first I didn't understand when people said like, well, when men say like women are entitled, but I feel like I think that's what you mean when you say entitlement, right? Because I know it's a difference between
Yeah,
being entitled and settling. So I don't want women to
yeah.
settle, but entitled,
I
that is
mean,
a different story.
you can kind of like, for example, you don't gotta go too far. You can go on Instagram and look at your explore page, and you can kind of see like. I mean, it depends on the type of woman because everybody has different priorities. Everybody wants different things in life. So, I mean, I think what we can do as men, because obviously, you know what I'm saying, I'm not a woman, Chris isn't a woman. The best thing we could do is, you know what I'm saying, try to kind of assist our women in thinking, certain ways, not negative and not, kind of telling them, hey, you ain't really worth anything, but it really comes down to character. I think that's a big thing. I think when anybody has character, they're less inclined to be egotistical and they carry themselves more humbly, so I would just advise everybody to move like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
You got
Also, yeah, I piggyback off that. It's kind of like girls go on a date with a guy, then they be girls like, I want a Gucci purse, but no, and excuse me, damn well, and they ain't never had nothing of that caliber in their life. but got the audacity asking man that I want a Gucci purse. I want like you never in your life never owned anything like that. Don't got we can tell when we look at you. You ain't never in your life had nothing of that caliber. So why you coming and feeling entitled like the guy taking you on a date? He got to do that. That's it.
I love it. I love it. All right. So I want to talk about like a few hot topics starting off this evening that's going on in the news. So I want to talk about flexing and scamming because I feel like that's what's going on a lot in these celebrity streets, from I didn't mean to put a little Boosie up here. He was supposed to be separate, but we're going to talk about the Karen Civil and Joyner Lucas situation and how the NBA, 18 basketball players, I think I got the number right, got charged for doing like some health scams. So, like, what is going on in the world, y'all? Like, why is people trying to flex and stunt and do a lot? Even our celebrities, you know what I mean? Because I feel like celebrities and stuff will be above like scamming. So, anybody want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just comes down to like people wanting to live a lifestyle and not really. It's like a lot of people want to live a lifestyle because of what has been presented to us through social media. I mean, before really social media came about, I don't think a lot of people were privy to like the inner workings or the daily lives of celebrities, how they were moving, the things they were doing, purchasing. And a lot of people, I think, see that and they might feel insecure. They might feel like that's kind of what they should embody or pursue. And that's why, for instance, I went to Vegas like like in the middle of when the pandemic first started. And I remember I was out there. I'm not big on jewelry or nothing like that. I mean, I was when I was a little younger, you know what I'm saying? I had a couple pieces. But like I went out there and I just seen everybody with a chain and like a diamond watch. And it's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I think, people I think people just they're obsessed with money and living a lifestyle, and they, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe they feel insecure about something, maybe they got a void in their life somewhere, so they want to fill it with material possessions and things of that nature, and they want to be seen in a certain light. And then when you don't manage your money the right way, when you don't really got it like that, and you try to do that kind of can, you know what I'm saying, throw you off and lead people to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people like that want to make music doing other things because, you know what I'm saying, it takes money. So I mean, I'm not here to bash anybody, but I think, people need to move smarter. That's all I gotta say about that.
No, I agree. I feel like social media makes it feel like high school all over again, where you gotta like look a certain way, had the right shoes, had the right this, or you're like a loser in life. You know what I mean? So I just feel like social media is just like high school being extended. Now what's going on to your adult life? Like your kids gotta look a certain way, your husband gotta look a certain way, you gotta drive a certain thing. It's just be too much polluting. But I'm just like very, very shocked and surprised with the NBA because I thought they made a lot of money. So I didn't understand why they were doing like scams and schemes. Like I'm actually really concerned. Like, do they not really make as much money as we think that they do? And that's why they felt like they needed to do the little scammy scam? Or like were they just kind of being greedy? Like, what do y'all think? Like
I know all those NBA players, know every name that was arrested, and I can say they weren't no LeBron James, Kobe, Steph Curry, but they were on multi-million dollar contracts. Um, they just, Jada kids say and money easy to get, it's just hard to manage it, and they just didn't manage it. But we can't go accusing those NBA players, right? Big Baby Davis, he had a little video. He will have his day in court. This is allegedly.
okay,
It's
yeah,
allegedly. You gotta get a benefit of the doubt.
uh-huh.
Innocent and proven guilty. They do be trying to keep black people down, but I don't know. But if it is guilty, man, it's kind of, I look at it like how you had $1 million, millions, and you went broke or got down that bad to do that. That's how I look. If they is found guilty, like, that's pathetic. Like, nah. I just say never be a real talk. Never be a white person. White. It's just something about like what Brandon's saying. Like all the jury, especially black people. Like sometimes, especially black people, they can't look past their own materialistic self interest.
Mhm.
Some people just can't look past that, can't see beyond that. That's That's all they know. And with the Instagram thing, like, wasn't it early this week when Instagram was down and people was just like losing their mind, bro? It's like I don't be on Instagram. I don't be on Instagram that much, so I can't. What you saying? I can only take your word for it because you know I don't feel that way. Instagram in high school, cause I don't be on it that enough to feel that way. Like it's like a keeping up with a got to look a certain way and don't be on it because it's not real. It's not a real place, bro. Just like saying all the social media, Twitter too, is not a real place, but people in their head turn it, make it feel real psychologically, and that's just how it goes, man.
Well, Chris, are you going to post a picture on Instagram of how you look right now with your wife beater on? Or are you going to post a picture on social media with your like fit on, your jewelry, or like let's not act like you don't present a certain, or most people don't present a certain image of themselves on social media. Like, so I know you say it's not, you don't feel that way because you're not on there, but like, on social media, people put their best foot forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for what? But it's like I don't know. I done seen people social media. People be having like 20K followers, and they broke, homeless down there.
Yeah.
Like that followers, like for what? For a few likes, like.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know these people, man. Like if you trying to impress people, I don't even know, bro. Won't never get to know if they knew you, they wouldn't even like you, goddamn. But you is right. You is right. You know, you want to put your best because it's about everybody wants to portray a certain image. So that's why I find it more to sometimes the people who be posting on social media be the ones that be going through it the most.
Yeah.
But they can't put that out there. They got to portray like all life is peachy and dandy. And they the ones really going through it. So, everything is not as what it seems.
Nope.
So I like what Queen Niche said on Instagram. She said, social media is a business to market your business. That's what I look at social media like. And that's true. That's how I use it too. I use it as a tool. So when social media was down, I still was doing my thing. I was using my email list to let people know, like, hey, I do this. Like, what's up, guys? I got on Twitter. I was still able to use other social media platforms, but I literally just use it as that. I do feel bad for those people that like got to use social media to actually Instagram and stuff like that to put money in their pockets because it's bad for them.
Promotions and stuff.
Right. But I think that was good. All right, so this kind of helps me transition to my next question. And I'm going to kick this over to you, Brittany, because it's like, I just wanted to see what you think. So, would you rather date a broke dude that loves you or a billionaire cheater? Which way are you leaning?
When you say broke, because we got to get to the technicals. Everybody consider different types. There's different types of broke.
Just because you pay your bills and don't have no money left over, don't mean you broke, right?
Yeah, real life.
Yeah, yeah. Like, do you mean like what he just said? You pay your bills, you ain't got no money, bro? Or are you talking about I'm homeless, staying a homeless shelter?
I'm talking about all I got to offer you is love, broke. Like,
if that's all he got to offer, he shouldn't be dating.
Oh, wait.
I said if that's all you got to offer, if you in that position, you shouldn't be dating. You shouldn't be looking for no girl.
Thank you. Okay, so you said when you said he ain't got nothing but offer but love, so that means he ain't got no job, no place to stay, no car, but I'm here and I just want to love you.
Yeah, like he can love you down, or he can help you with the kids. He can, he not cheating because like
he gonna be at home.
Right. So, but he loved you, like he loved you.
I just single. I'd rather be single. I'm sorry. I'd rather be single.
That's not an option.
I listen. I cannot. I swear. I cannot be with nobody that ain't got nothing to offer but broke. I'm sorry, and I can't be with a billionaire cheater because it's hard. Which one would you choose? I got to say single.
Yeah, I would probably be in the middle, but dang, I don't want to be that kind of girl. But they say, it feels good crying in the bins, and rather than like crying in maybe like a Pinto or something.
I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry at all.
I mean, I don't, but at least I can like use his money to, go shopping or use his money to like stack up and then make my exit plan. There
Okay.
Oh, got an exit.
Okay. You got a plan. Okay.
Plan. So I feel like I would kind of lean over to that side more because I feel like a part of my love language is gifts and like, I want to feel loved by being like wine and dine kind of.
Okay.
So, but I wouldn't leave him. No, I don't know. No, I feel like a billionaire. If you make this a billionaire status and you lose your money, you're probably able to get it up again. You know what I mean? Because like that's not no easy feat. So, even if he lost his money, I probably still will be there. So that's just.
So you've been and took enough of it, so you'll have some either way.
Okay, so with that, I want to ask the guys. As a man, could you be a house husband? Like, let's say you are the guy that really don't like, you don't have the job, you don't have the funds right now. Would you be okay with like having your woman be the breadwinner and you stay at home and be the house husband, pick up the kids, wash them, take them to school, bathe them, go to the PTA meetings? How do y'all feel about that? Like, would you be a house husband?
No.
Why not?
No, you gotta 2020 and 2021, gotta get past these gender roles. Wife was supposed to do all those. Only the wife can do all those things you said. Man, that doesn't have to be reality. That doesn't have to be it. So, but to answer the question, nah, I couldn't, cause nah, I don't see especially a black woman. I don't see a black woman respecting a man. That's a house.
Husband.
What is a house? Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Some women do.
Yeah,
they say Mona Scott husband is a house husband.
And she wore the pants in the fam. She the pants.
She's the breadwinner. She's the breadwinner, and he take care of the home, take care of the kids.
The one, then don't they say to whoever the breadwinner, tell it how it goes, say it how it's going to be, and that's kind of a saying, like whoever the bread. So
pretty much.
A lot of women a lot of masculine women out here. So a lot of women show okay with it. So
What are your thoughts, Brandy?
Shit. Nah, I couldn't fade. I could be with a woman who made more money than me. Like, I don't, because I've always been able to, pull my part. Like, I've always, you know what I'm saying? I've never, but we'll get into that later. I think you got a topic coming up where I can kind of elaborate, but just kind of, I don't want to.
This is house husband. You're not doing nothing, right?
I can't. I like working. I like working. I don't. When I was a kid, when I couldn't go outside, when I got grounded, I would cry. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like just being pent up in it. Like, I ain't never been that type of people. And so I can't fade.
Okay. Could you be could you be with a man that's a house husband, Brittany?
I don't know. That's a case by case. It's just case by case. It's like if he was the breadwinner and then he got hurt in an accident and then he got to be the house husband, then that's different. And I wouldn't mind doing that. But if we just having kids and he say, how about I just stay home? Then it's case by case, because it could be a situation where we got 5 babies and daycare is so expensive and somebody got to quit because it's like you're going to work to pay daycare, and if I make the most money, then whatever makes sense for the family, then I believe that's just what it is. Whatever makes sense for the unit.
I like that. I feel like with all things being equal, I would like to be the stay-at-home mom. And I will hold down the house and make sure everybody's doing everything, like keeping everything in order. Like, I really wouldn't like coming home from like work and seeing my husband on the couch like playing PlayStation or something while I just did a hard day at work. Even if you working at McDonald's, even if you sweeping up trash or something, like I feel like we both should be working. You know, like a man that don't work don't eat. I think that's in the Bible somewhere. So that's just kind of how I feel about it. So yep. All right. So we'll go ahead and switch gears. And Brandon, since you brought this up, you made me think about this topic. Hobosexuals. And Chris, you know, this question came from I was online and it was like this podcast and they talked about how like it's really big in Atlanta. Like a lot of dudes, especially in the wintertime when it's getting cold, they start cuffing women with places to live because you know they may not have no place to live. So they go from like woman to woman or whoever gonna let them in their house, you know? So did that make sense? You know what a hobosexual is now, Chris? You don't know what a hobosexual
I thought it was something else.
You just explained it, I guess. I never heard of that before, ever.
Can you explain it one more time? Being slower. I don't know.
A hobosexual is a person. It's actually like on Google too. Let me get the definition.
Like a man that's a hobo, like
Yeah.
and just try to live off women.
Yeah, he don't got a place. He don't have a place.
It's just a junk. That's just a bond. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Well, I don't see where the sexual part comes from.
It's just kind of like hetero. It's just like a play on words.
Okay.
So, Urban Dictionary says person who jumps into relationships to have a place to live.
Wow.
So, what was the question now? That's it. Okay.
Oh no, we're just talking about it because you know they said it was very big in Atlanta. That's where it came from. So, what y'all think about a hobo? I asked you, Chris, you got any hobosexual friends?
Nah, man, nah. I'm sorry. That goes back to That's because if that is the case, that's because of the women. That's because women are willing to take a man that don't got no place. Remember, we kind of had I don't know, it was a show before we had like they let men move in with them. Like that basically is kind of around the same lines as this, and it's like, nah. So. Women letting men come live with them. Women know, like ain't women not dumb. Intuition, y'all know, man want to get a relationship, then want to move in y'all. Y'all allow that to happen. You're not. That's an agreement. That's not something that's forced. Like that's the woman saying, okay, you can like. So that's a woman's fault, man.
I can see it being
in Atlanta. I can see it being, in Atlanta more, and it's like that's that women. Pants in the family, yeah, I'll take you in,
being a good person.
Or it helps feed our fantasies of like this is real, like we're in a relationship, I get to live out being a wife kind of thing. So it does play on our like womanly thing, I think.
Yeah, I think women can sometimes they it's a certain way, but then some women can just take it in another way, like, oh, we're together, you want to live? No, you just don't got nowhere place to stay. They're gonna interpret it like, oh, we're together, we're building a bond, we're getting somewhere where this is real. Yeah, this is real. Yeah.
I know where he's
like, no, yeah. He really don't got nowhere to go. No, that's all. That's how I see that. That's because of women. Women brought that on themselves.
I didn't think of it like that. All right, Brandon, you got any thoughts?
Of course, because I've been there like shit. All right, so I gotta give y'all a background. All right, I used to live in a trap house in Florida. There was a lot of wild shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was looking bad for the kid. It was, and I wasn't like, it was just, I don't know, man. I just was trying to get out of that environment. It was a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was going to end up hurting somebody in that junk, or I was going to end up getting hurt or going to jail, So I met a girl in Atlanta and I moved in with her. I ain't going to hold you. But that was probably the worst decision I ever made in my life. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a dude who wasn't able to get money, but at that time I was just like down bad. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I ended up moving in with her. She was cool. She was a very attractive woman, had a, a nice figure or whatever, but like I had to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a job, working for a company out there, and I stayed with her for a little bit, but then over time, like it was just I kind of felt like she was too controlling, and she was the type of girl who wanted me to just be in the house and not do anything, and it was weird. Like you know what I'm saying? And I like know people back in DC who, you know what I'm saying, like as soon as they got out of like college, they just got like 5 different places they stay, and it's like they stay with women. And I'm not like going on them, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when you're younger, you think that's kind of cool, but like when you get older, it's not where it's at. So I got up out of there as fast as I could, you know. But yeah, man. I mean, I think she was trying to kind of play, husband and wife, and it just wasn't working out. I don't think she really knew how to be in a relationship. I don't think she knew how to communicate, and I think she wanted to be a man. She didn't know how to be a woman. Like she didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? And maybe she hadn't dealt with dudes who wanted to get it on their own. You know what I'm saying? The legal way. Maybe she was dealing with dudes doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? But
dudes that kind of needed her. You know what I mean? Like some girls date guys that need them.
Mhm.
It makes them feel like,
yeah.
good. But okay, so I want to ask you this because it came up last time. Like Chris, remember when you was like, I wouldn't allow the girl, I wouldn't move in with the girl, but she can move in with me. Like, is that kind of how you feel now, Brandon? Like, if you was to do it again, and let's say you met a girl that you really like, would you rather like her move in with you?
She's not moving in with me. I'm not doing that. I want my own space until I like get engaged or get married. I'm not doing that anymore. Because it's basically like you playing husband and wife, and I'm not gonna lie. I get annoyed at people real quick. So like you're gonna do something, you're gonna get on my nerves. I'm gonna want to kick you out. So just have your own space.
But Brad, you don't think you need like role play? Like, what if that could be you get engaged, and it could be the same thing. Like this girl, no, I didn't even think it was like that. That's you don't think you're like, okay, before I get engaged, let me see if I like living with her first.
I mean, I feel like if you're doing your due diligence, you really gonna know if you're compatible with somebody. You see what I'm saying? I think a lot of people like they say they really doing what they need to do, but they not. Like, for instance, like when I was in a relationship with that girl, it was like we was communicating, but we weren't communicating. You hear me? Like it was like the things that we really needed to touch on and ask each other about, we didn't do. So it was like I was living with somebody and I didn't even really know them like that. And in that situation, I was telling her, look, like, I appreciate what you're doing. I'm gonna get a job. And when I get a job, I'm gonna move out on my own. Bro, Shorty did not want me to get my own place. And I felt like she didn't want me to do that because she didn't want me running the streets in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? And she was doing, Shorty bought me a whole car. You know what I'm saying? All types of stuff. Like, and when she bought me the car, I felt like she, how a man buys girls a gift, trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like keep it. She was doing stuff for me like that, and I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that, and I don't know if it's women in Atlanta because I lived in Atlanta 2 times. I remember the first time when I met you in Atlanta, Cinquetta, there was this older woman I was dealing with, and I had was about to leave and go back to the DMV, and this older woman used to bring me food every day, bro, like from 45 minutes out. It was kind of weird, but I was like, all right, bet, So I hear what you're saying. I think it might work for some people. It might not work for others. For me, I can't fake. Like I'm gonna just take it as slow as possible. I mean, you could come over and maybe stay with me for a couple of days, an extended weekend, but after that, you gotta roll. You know what I'm saying? So that's me.
I agree.
Baby, that's crazy. Woman buying all that. Jesus, I wonder if she's still single, honey.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, she was a very attractive dude. She had messed with like, she had bumped shoulders with, you know what I'm saying, some celebrities and stuff like that. But she, I don't know, you know what I'm saying. I don't know what she's doing. I just like blocked her. She can't get in touch with, you know what I'm saying.
Really wanted her man, baby. But that's going around though. These hobosexuals, it's a thing here too. It's like 80% here. Okay, don't have no place to stay. Okay, it goes around here. They got a lot of men like that. A lot. They're not looking for a relationship. They're looking for help. Okay.
Gotcha. So you do know what it was. Now that I explained the term, you just never heard that phrase. But now that I explain what it is, you know what it is.
Oh yeah.
I ain't know that.
Oh yeah.
I ain't know that. I ain't know that was that big. I ain't know what's going on like that.
It's a real term.
Oh
So
yeah.
Brandon, you made me think of something. When you said like you realized you didn't know as much as you should have known, and I was
Mm.
going to ask that, like, what information or things should you know about a person by? I put the third date, but what things should you know about a person before getting serious with them? You
Just
need to
like
know
list
this.
of things.
Say it again.
Just like list of things you should know.
Yeah, or what do you make sure you know before saying like, okay, I do, or yeah, I'll be your girlfriend, or and vice versa for the guys. Like
They
what thing?
status. Is they single?
Okay.
Married? Your HIV status? You're sick?
Hmm.
Like stuff that's stuff you employed. You have kids. All that.
Um, the question's kind of tricky, man. You know, you only gonna know what a person tells you or what you ask a question to or what
Right.
you
Well,
ask
it's like
questions.
it's specific to you. Like, what do you need? Like, Brandon, for example, like when you was just saying you
Mhm.
didn't know all that. So, what things looking back do you wish you would have known or asked up front
Like I
about?
think a big thing is like emotional intelligence. Like how are you dealing with your emotions? Like what is your mindset? Like I think a lot of it for me it's all about mindset. Like because you have like a mindset like I do. If you think like I do, that's gonna win me over regardless like how attractive you are, regardless how much money you have. Like you know, I've had the pleasure of interacting with a couple of different women who in different areas, you know what I'm saying? Some had a lot of money, some, you know what I'm saying, might had a like clout or, some might people say are quote unquote celebrities and stuff. But I think a lot of it comes down to like how you think, like what do you value, where are your morals at? Because that's going to tell me if we're going to be compatible long term. I think a lot of times people just worried about okay, like you have a job, you making money, like okay, and that's pretty much it. Maybe we need to talk about. Maybe I could have discussed like how was her relationship with her parents, how was her relationship with her father. You see what I'm saying? Like, do you want kids? How do you want to raise your kids? You know what I'm saying? How do you want your household to be set up? You see what I'm saying? What do you like to do outside of work? Like, what are your passions, things like that. And I mean, people kind of talk about them, and like Chris said, sometimes people lie. Sometimes we kind of like tell people what we want to hear, based off of what we want to get. So I think, really kind of like, I think if people slow down. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a big thing. Like Damian Marley said, like slow down. You know what I'm saying? It's like I think people just they not. Like a girl told me I was getting my hair cut by this girl back at the crib, and she was like, a lot of dudes they don't do that, but like they'll know how much money they need to save up to get a certain car, what their credit score needs to be to get it. Like who's what I'm saying, the best dealer. Like, and we don't really move or operate the same with women a lot of times. I feel like as men because a lot of us just trying to get some cheeks, or we just doing it for the moment. We not really thinking long term. And I think a lot of people doing that. I got friends who, what I'm saying. I got like one of my brothers. He probably like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? During the pandemic, he met this girl from Baltimore, and after 3 months, he had a baby with her. Mind you, like he was going through some things. His father died over COVID and things like that. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise. But at the same time, I was like, girl, you don't know this girl. You know what I'm saying? But that's like a lot of people doing that. You know what I'm saying? We kind of just like living in the moment, what feels good. We not really thinking about what we're doing. So. I
Yeah.
mean, it takes time. It's never going to be perfect, but you know what I'm saying. I think like if y'all have similar mindsets, I think that's going, what I'm saying, carry further than anything else.
I like that. And I'm glad you touched on the childhood thing because that's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Going forward, I want to know how you was raised. Were you bullied? Like, what was it like for you in high school? Like, I just kind of want to know what you were like, and especially the parent thing. Like, were both your parents
Yes.
in the household?
Yeah.
was your dad there? Was your mom there? I want to know what's the relationship like that with your parents, and also I also want to know about your exes as time goes on. I want to know why your last relationship ended because I feel like that will also tell me a lot about you. I can see if you like that F and B, like oh, it's a red flag. Like I want to like see if you are healed from that or removed. Like I just so those are the things I wish I would have spoke up and asked more about too. And also, what's your relationship like with Christ? That's probably something I can't ask directly, but I know how to get it out of you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'll say something like, when was the last time you heard something in church that really spoke to you? That's how I'm gonna get them. That's how I'm gonna get them. Because then they'll be like, I don't really believe in, the Bible, the white man, and that's a white man. I'm gonna get them. So I can't really like ask them directly, but I feel like, all right, that's something that I would go with finding out going forward. So yeah, I was just kind of talking like that. Like what is it about, I guess, a person's character do you want to
Yeah.
know before
Yeah.
getting serious with them?
That was some good points.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, guys. So, I want to ask this. Brittany, you gave me this question. So, let's talk about it. Do men want to be pursued like women now? So you sent me this, but I kind of want to get you to explain to us what you mean by this question, and then we'll go in by it.
Okay, so like the video I sent you where it's to the point to where even with me, like with dating, men want the good morning text messages. Men want you to plan the date. Men want you to pay for the date. They want you to pick them up. You know, just stuff like that the women they want you to inbox them. You get what I'm saying? Like they have men that will literally probably see a woman that they like, but they want to send like what I'll get. Men to come and like 3 of my pictures. They're like 3 of my pictures on Instagram, I guess to get my attention. But you never come and say, hey, whatever. And like she said, these days men are dating women that they would never even get. Like these women would never even give you their number if you approach them. Like you would really have to have the mouth of gas to get this type of woman. And because of social media, you have access to this woman and you still want her to court you. Just stuff like that to where it's just the whole childishness. And it's just a lot. They want you to approach them. They want you to date them. They want you to propose to them. Is at an all-time high.
That's good. So, Chris, do you want a girl to come at you? Is it okay if a girl do that? Slide into your DMs. How you feel about that, Chris?
I get a little paranoid with shit like with stuff like that. I think it's a setup, but certain stuff like you with a girl, like I wouldn't. Why I gotta text you every morning? Good morning, goddamn. Would it kill you to send me like little stuff like that? That's it. But nah, I'll pick you up. I'll do all of that, but just little stuff. Like good morning. There was something else she said. I'm like, yeah, girl could do that. Pay for a day. Like I would think if it's like my birthday, you would want to pay for me my food at least, like something like that. What is that asking for? And I pay every 360. This is of course if you with someone, like not even don't even be a married girl, or whatever, or someone you deal with, whatever. I feel there's nothing wrong with expecting that. What he said to drive and come get me. I wouldn't do all that. The DMing. Not a DM, but with the Instagram, like, I can with some guys I can see their standpoint. They look at it like a pretty girl get like 1,000 DMs a day, so I DM why she look at me, so she could do something like she could do the like 3 of my pictures, and I'll DM. It could be like that, but But it don't gotta be. Don't get overboard, but you still the guy, or you still guy gotta pursue.
Yeah.
Days, but a woman could do a hint or do something to, hey, I want you to kind of look or something. Like you don't gotta DM me. You ain't gotta do nothing like that.
Just put your little something out there.
I hate when they do that. I mean, like 3 pictures. And it's so childish to me. It just be so it's too childish. I'm sorry.
Oh, what you got to say about it, Brandon?
I think it depends on the person. I think like there's levels to that, because not everybody is like in the same category. Like for instance, there's people that like are athletes and entertainers, and like girls throwing themselves at them. Like so,
Yeah.
for every dude, I think it's different. You know, based off of what you were blessed with, based off your personality. Maybe like you getting girls because you got money or you got clout. So I think like it's all relative for real, for real. But like I mean, I don't like if a girl doing too much, like if anybody doing too much, if a dude hitting you up all the time, like you know what I'm saying, and like it works both ways for men and women. You gonna feel like they clingy. That's gonna give you red flags, and you gonna be like, "What's up with this person?" Like you know what I'm saying. You gonna think something's up. Um, but I do appreciate women that show effort. I think in my life I've only got taken out on like one date, and I still remember this to this day. I remember Shorty, what she looked like, everything. Where we went, she bought me a sub sandwich, and then took me back to my apartment. She brought a hookah and we smoked hookah. You know what I'm saying? But it was like the effort, like you know, I remember like I was like, damn, like she really like I ain't never experienced that. And then like a couple of my girlfriends, one of my girlfriends took me out on a date before. You know what I'm saying? When she paid for everything, it happens once in a while, but I'm not expecting like that. You know, I mean, we men, like you know what I'm saying. Me and Chris is men, so that's as men we have a certain mindset when it comes to interacting with women, and that's not something we really are expecting. You know, but we would like it here and there.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Even just the effort, like you said, like I'm gonna pay just the effort you saying you was gonna pay. I'm gonna be like, nah, just that's nice, thanks, but I got it. Just that goes a long way. Just the thought of you was willing to do it, I stopped you. Just the effort, man. That's it.
That's sweet. You know what? What's funny? What's funny is them saying that. I saw a post like that today, and I sent it to my friend, and the girl was saying, "I like dating men that was with broke women before me because you take them out one time and they think you're the one."
You knock their socks off, right?
And I like that. It's important for a woman to show effort and all of that. That is very much so important. With it, I'm they got men that want to be courted out here in these streets. You hear me? They want to be courted.
That's wild.
They do. It's men that want to be flued out like this
It's
city
like
girl.
they don't want to work. They want to be a house
Yeah.
husband. They want to get picked up. They want to get goddamn
Yeah, they
proposed
want you to
to.
take them out. They'll be like,
And
when you gonna take
they
them out? This is
oh
like
god,
first date. They
yeah.
want you to take them out.
But all right,
And
hold
she
Tito. Like some dudes just doing that because they know they can. Like it's not like they
yeah.
trying to do it. They just know they can. Like
Yeah, they can get away with it. And that's what goes back to exactly. That is true. That goes women allow it,
Some women
That
would do
goes
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
they if you know you got a woman that's a girl that and if a woman's really doing all that, something wrong with her. No self for real. Like you doing oh god damn. You care about
Desperate.
yourself at all? Like just
basically.
like yeah.
Oh, that's good, guys. All right, so Brittany, I'm gonna kick it back to us. Well, this question came up because Chris, he wanted to talk about the BBL epidemic, like why women get them. And I was like, okay, let's talk about that. And also, like, would you get a BBL for your man? Like, or your husband or the man that you're dating that you really like. He's just like, would you do that? Would you get surgery for your man? So let's talk
I
about the
would
BBL. Go ahead.
I would get surgery for me if I feel like, I didn't like something and I want to feel better about myself, then I would go get it for me. But men change like the weather because I can get it for him and the next man don't like big booties. So I would never get plastic surgery, something that's just not really reversible, that's messing with my health. But if I wanted to go get it because I feel like it'll make me feel better about myself, I'm going to go get it. Whatever makes me feel better. But I'll never do that for a man.
Right. That's good. And I agree. I like what you said. Change. If you want to change it, then change it for you, but not for me. Because that's so true. Y'all not gonna do this to me because I remember back in the day when what's the lady name with the big boobs? I remember like back in the 90s, that was the it look. And I was like, oh, I can't wait.
Coco, Pamela Anderson,
Yeah,
Pamela
I think you're talking
Nicole,
about Coco.
Pamela Anderson. Yes. I
Ariana
remember
Nicole, all of them.
that was the look. And I was just like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's going to be me someday. Not knowing 10 years, 20, like 10, 12 years later, it would be about the butts. I never forget, I was
Yeah.
watching the episode of Sister, and the twin was like, Tia, your butt is so big. And I'm like, wow, that was like shame back then. But
Yeah.
all you got to do is just keep on living, and that would
Oh
be
yeah.
it. So it's like, I just, like you said, men always change. It's always something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like what's hot today could be like not tomorrow. So it's definitely about like loving yourself completely. And if you want to change something, I feel like the best way to do is go to the gym. You
Thank
know what I
you.
mean?
Ooh,
Like
amen. Thank you.
white girls are built now too, and they getting their bodies built just by going to the gym. So I'm like, no, nobody else gonna outdo me. So I will be in that gym too, getting my body together. Not,
It's a
I don't
personal
like
choice.
surgery. No.
Some people want to go to the gym. Some people want to lay on the table. Hey, it's a personal choice.
I feel like
Go
it's
to the
different.
gym. I
Yeah.
just look at it. Let me ask y'all too. This like, man, women want to go to the gym. She don't want to go to the gym. She want to get on the table. So just reverse it. Just imagine, would you talk to a guy or I'm not gonna. Yeah, would you talk to a guy that was fat and you was with him, and instead of going to the gym, he went on the table and got some abs?
I would. I feel like I don't send judgment on people when they want to do stuff because it's like take away the braces. I mean, you want your teeth straightened. People get false teeth all the time. They get veneers. People get their eyebrows
But
microbladed.
that's something you can't control. Your teeth were messed up. They messed. You
No,
can't
that's
control
natural.
that.
That's what God gave you. He gave you them
Yeah,
crooked teeth. So leave them
yeah,
like
you
that.
can't. But
I
you
mean,
can't fix it. Can he fix that himself? Can that be corrected? Your weight can be corrected.
well, a
Yes or
lot of
no?
people that get plastic surgery, some of them lose the weight and then they got the skin hanging. So then they want to get their plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people really don't get plastic surgery to lose
That's
weight.
not that is true. But we talk. Let's keep it with BBLs because that's the that's what thing that's going on that's taking over the world.
Mhm.
So let's say for a guy version, if a guy gets a BBL, he gets abs. You cool with dating a guy like that when it's like you a guy, you
I,
can't just go to the gym and do it. Like
if
I look at sometimes stuff like that's just me. I just look at it as someone just I look at
Lazy.
character lazy, bro. Straight up, you just lazy, bro.
I
You
can't.
want all the glory, certain look, but just can't put the work into it.
I
Can't
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 get
do it.
mad at him because he got the money and the next man don't. I'm sorry. I can't get mad because he can't be too lazy if he got money for plastic surgery. That's his money. It's either you put the work in and you make the money and you got it to go spend, or you ain't got the money and you go.
But
I
he
mean, it's a
couldn't get
personal
that money.
choice.
He couldn't
I
use
would
that
date a
money for
guy
a
if he
trainer. He
Right.
couldn't use that money for a personal
Nutritionist.
trainer.
Mhm.
Like
and listen, if he got the money to go lay on the table, I'll still date him. I'm sorry. For me, it's whatever that makes you feel better. No judgment. Whatever make him feel better.
people, I don't trust people like that. You take shortcuts in life that don't got to be a
Yeah,
shortcut. And it's like
real life.
Right.
you know.
I agree. I'm glad you put it in reverse like that, Chris, because when you said that like that, I'm like, no, I really wouldn't.
You wouldn't date a guy because he went to go get plastic surgery to go get abs.
I would kind of think that's like you mean to tell me you couldn't stop eating no Twinkies and it's a discipline kind of thing because it almost made me think like what other areas of your life aren't you that disciplined in? Like are you not disciplined in your
that you
sexual
can
behavior? Like yeah, right. That
We
you
can't
can
control
control.
our teeth. We can't control your height. You know.
So y'all just totally against plastic surgery. Just
Well, hey, Chris, have you dated a girl that had a BBL?
I had a day to talk to a girl that had fake titties, and that shit feel like silicone. That shit is horrible. I'm like, nah, but BBL, nah, I haven't.
I dated a girl. I think I dated two girls that had a BBL, and I ain't date, but I messed with this girl that had fake titties. The fake titties felt hella real. I was blown away. But the BBLs to me,
we find out what kind of implant that was.
I don't know where she went, but I was like, this is incredible. But like the BBLs, I think are overrated because like I can always tell when a girl got a BBL based off how her stomach look. If her stomach look like in real life, it's like Photoshop. It's like butters spread over too much toast. It's like they'll have like, it's weird. I can't explain it. And it's like, to be honest, like a lot of them girls that got BBLs, they look better with clothes on, bruh, without question.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't like you just seeing it, you know what I'm saying, how it's sitting in the clothes, but then you take it off, shorty
You
got
don't look it.
scars all over her body. That's why a lot of them girls be having tattoos like
Mhm.
in their pelvic area to cover them BBL scars. Like, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of people not hip to that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I mean, to me it's not, I'm not really, after the girl I messed with in Atlanta, like the one that bought me a car and all that, I think she had some work done like that. Um, and I mean, it was cool, but it's like, I mean, it's not like I'm not going after like girls, like, cause you can tell, like, if it's like ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really like a big fan of that. Like, you know, if I found out and it was good enough and you try like finesse me and I ain't know, all right, you got that, you can have it, but that's not really, I'm not really going after those type of women because I feel like they going after certain type of men, or it just tells me where your mind at for real, for real. Like I haven't met a lot of girls who wanted to get BBLs or had them who we were on the same page mentally. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. It was, and the last thing that killed me about it, it'd be girls doing that. It'd be like 20, 21. Like, damn, you didn't even give your body a chance. You
yeah,
didn't even try. You
yeah,
didn't even try nothing. Just like, god
yeah.
damn, like, come on, you didn't even try. You didn't even try. Like, I'm just like, golly, like, I had a little more sympathy for the like older women, you know, 40, hadn't had 4 kids. A little sympathy, but I really look at the girls that like my age, younger, like. You ain't got no kids. You couldn't just go to the gym, like,
And I do,
nah.
I get that part. I say that too. I mean, I don't judge people that get surgery, but I do feel like it should be a reason if you don't have any kids or nothing. But her butt probably was flat. She probably wanted a bigger butt. She just, you know.
But she can do it with squats and
For what?
different
Yeah,
compound
you
muscle
can
Squats ain't
do
gonna
it.
get that BBL butt
Yeah,
exercises.
now.
squats, you're gonna end up with a track booty. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
ain't
just
gonna
a
end up with
rock.
that BBL butt. So do y'all feel like if a woman had a BBL, she should tell y'all?
I
No,
mean, you
we gonna
gonna know
see.
off
We
the
gonna see.
jump.
You ain't gotta tell. I'ma still
Yeah.
hit it too. It's just how I look at you. Like, you know,
I mean, it depends. I ain't gonna lie. I grew up like from birth. I like thick women. You know what I'm saying? That was my thing. Like I only talk to thick women, and then I don't know. I feel like it's too overhyped because like it's like now every girl is a carbon copy. It's like they all the same, and it's like to me, it's like I don't, I don't want that. Like you know, I just don't. I don't want like, and I feel like girls like that. They worried about how people viewing them. They worried about competing with people they don't know. They worried about living this lifestyle that they can't keep up with. And like I don't see many girls who getting BBLs who not like who not living like that or their mind like is, you know what I'm saying, on some other issue. So I mean, but like Chris said, I will definitely, yeah.
what their mind be on? What they give
They
me an
just
idea. What
I
they
feel
like?
like I feel
Fairy
like
tale? They in a fairy tale la la land kind of
all
thing.
right, so one girl I messed with, she was trying to get a BBL. I don't know why. She was really attractive, like slim. She was like a slim junk, but I feel like a lot of them girls insecure or they like in love with attention, and you can't never do nothing for no girl who in love with attention because when you're not around, she gonna want attention from somebody else. For instance,
All you gotta have a guy around for this thing. Yeah.
yeah, like when I was dating Shorty in Atlanta, we went to some comedy skit. You know what I'm saying? It was some dudes from Chicago. They put up in Maseratis. I think they was GDs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we was leaving, and the dude, like I said, she was like thick as, you know, she was real thick. So when we was leaving, all the dudes were saying something, and it was like I mean, we were like we weren't dating at the point. We was, you know, I was living with her, but at the same time, it was just how she carried herself. And I noticed like everywhere we went, she just wanted attention, like by everybody. And I feel like, I mean, I think people deal with that at certain times in their life. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, like maybe when you in college, when you, right after you get out, because you know your sphere of influence is really important to you at that age. But if you older, if you like beyond 25, 26, like, and you fiending for attention, like for what? Like, you know what I'm saying?
For
To me,
validation.
it tells me like you insecure or you know what I'm saying? Like I can't do anything for you to make you feel better about yourself. I can't, it's like a lost cause for me. So I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying, let you go about your way.
I get
I
that.
had a question. What was she doing that makes you feel like was she twerking? Was she like
Nah,
she had
so
her butt out? Like
so for instance, we went to Houston, right? And like there was dudes looking at her and she'd just be smiling or she would just, and I was like, I'm with her, like I can be temperamental. I got a temper. So I was in the Galleria bumping into niggas like, bro, what do you, bro? I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I like, it was just like I was thinking, bro, she doing this and she thinking she being cute, but like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end up beating somebody's ass, or I might end up getting shot because you, like, as a man, I'm not about to have you disrespect me, or it's just, and she didn't. I feel like she didn't know how to carry herself. You know what I'm saying? Like as a woman, and I just couldn't get with that. And it was just, it was like every time we were going out, it was like we went out for her to get attention. It was like we're not going out to enjoy each other company. It was like you just want attention from every, like, why am I even here? You might as well go out by yourself.
Is it safe to say that, because even when I'm dealing with guys, is it safe to say that sometimes a woman just gets attention because she just looks absolutely gorgeous and she just normally just get attention? I mean, I think it's a difference with a woman that's sending thirst traps, showing her butt cheeks, bent over, dressing provocative, and it's a difference between a woman that just really she's just an attractive person and she just naturally just gets attention.
Oh, no women are like that. All women want attention. You want attention, some credit want attention.
But
you might not say it.
What Brittany's saying is like, is that attention just natural? She's forcing.
No, she was
because it
forcing
don't
it.
sound like right. It don't sound like you were saying that she was twerking
No,
or
she
had her nipples out.
All right, it's like
it's
this.
the way she was carrying herself.
For example, like my dad told me the story about a dude growing up in this hood, you know what I'm saying, that was dating this girl. He was getting a lot of money doing what he was doing, right? And she was like, basically, I don't know, he ended up getting murdered, right? You know what I'm saying? So he went to his funeral, right? And it's his funeral, and she in a funeral, and dude's trying to talk to her, right? And she just like feeling it, like she feeling herself, like, you know what I'm saying? Them type of women. It's like you don't have to be twerking and stuff to be like begging for attention. It's like the subtleness. Like women are very subtle. Y'all always have been. You see what I'm saying? So, and I pick up on signs. Like I'm a big thinker. Like, when I was younger, like I was just like to myself. So I peep stuff. I watch people. You know what I'm saying? And certain things they do will give you signs of like who they are. Like, and it was just for her. It was like that. You know what I'm saying? With like, and she admitted to it. I remember one time we went out and she just got mad because I wanted to leave this restaurant early. I was like, why are you even tripping? She was like, we barely, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you came, like, and it was things she was doing. And like, you'll see the signs, bro. Like I did, sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. But like the way she was carrying herself, I mean, it wasn't like totally disrespectful, but it's disrespectful. Like if you a dude, say, and you got a girl, you know what I'm saying, you go out and you dance with another girl, you didn't, you know what I'm saying, consummate with her, but she was all up on you, your girl probably gonna get mad. You know what I'm saying? You might be like, bro, it wasn't nothing like that. I ain't do nothing with her, but it's just like you feel disrespected. You know what I'm saying? And the more you do that to a person, like people will play this line, like, okay, let me see how far I can go with this person. Dudes will do that with you when you in a certain element, doing certain things. Girls will do that to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going for it.
Cut that. I'll leave a girl right where she's staying. Try that.
And I agree. I feel like I could kind of see why, just like listening to the situation, why y'all didn't work out. Because I feel like when a girl really likes a guy, like she don't need outside attention no more because she's getting fulfilled by her man at home. You know what I mean? So yeah, I may not wear like the shortest skirt that I normally would if like I was single with my man, because I know that is going to draw certain attention to me, and I really don't want that attention no more
either. It get past clothes, and like you can be on a turtleneck, baggy suits. If the girl is bad, she'll get that attention, but it's how she responding. It's how the girl's responding to that attention.
I get now I get it.
It's nothing with twerking, showing inside. It's how she responded.
It's how she responded. Okay. I understand now. Okay. It was the way she responded to the attention. Okay.
I can't help a girl. You can't help a girl. She get attention. You can't help that. It's how she responds.
Okay.
To that.
Exactly. Okay. It's like, I mean, I'm with you because I mean, you look good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you probably get attention, but for instance, like, it's like, if you a dude and you somewhat handsome, you go out, like sometimes you get attention, sometimes you won't. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it is what it is as a man. Like if you kind of have dealt with women before, it's not going to be like a big thing because you're like, okay, this, you know what I'm saying? I know me, I know, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like girls that do that, they don't really know their self-worth, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like they feeding their so vain attention. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's like something wrong with they like eat themselves emotionally. In my opinion.
To me, it do sound like it mattered what a girl got on because Brandon, I'm pretty sure I don't know, but like she wasn't wearing no turtleneck. She
No,
probably
she
was wearing
wasn't.
something that was.
She
If she got a nice
yeah,
body, she gonna show it
yeah.
off.
She was
So
definitely. I mean, she was definitely wearing like clothes that fit her body and stuff like that. It was nothing OC. I mean, like there was, for instance, there was a time. I don't know. Like for me, it depends. Sometimes I care, sometimes I don't. I guess that's just my Gemini mood. But like, for example, she went to like a lingerie party. One of her like cousins got married or whatever, and she left the house basically with no clothes on, with like a shawl, like some one of them black robe things. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, bro, you really about to go out the house like that? You know what I'm saying? You're not like, because everybody going to know you half naked. But at the time, I just didn't care. I was like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things like that. I mean, if you go get in your car, you go into a hotel, y'all going to have fun. All right, whatever. But like, I don't know, man. It depends. Like, because some girls do know they have bodies and they will try to hide their body. You know what I'm saying? Other girls don't. I mean, it tells you something about their character once again.
yeah, it do matter to me, like what you got on. It do make a difference. But then again, it is also how you carry yourself when you got what you got on. So let's talk about this a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Colorism in dating. Does skin tone matter to you? And I put to you because I'm like, I know Brittany, you came up with this question, but I'm like, let's see if color, like how colorism affects women as well. Like usually we always hear about like the guy like in the light skin, thick red bone kind of girl. But women probably could be colorist too. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, all right, let me make it a group discussion. So, but you can kind of kick it off a little bit, Brittany, just to kind of like set the tone and let us know like why you wanted to talk about this and give us like an example or something.
I wanted to talk about it because I feel like it is something that's in the Black community. Like, for example, Gina and Martin, the bright skinned girl with the dark skinned guy, just like House Party. You know what I'm saying? It's just, well, you know what? House Party probably not a good example because it was bright and bright. But I would say like Gina and Martin and things like that. It's like it's always the typical dark skinned guy that has to be with the light skinned girl, you know. And then I hear that dark skinned people don't want to be with dark skinned people, and that's just something that I always hear. And it's just weird to me. Like, we all Black, why should it matter?
It shouldn't matter, but you didn't see I think it was on Twitter when light skins dating each other look like they brothers and sisters. That shit true. I'm sorry, that shit true. That's so true. But that's only in the Black. That's only in the Black. We only color people like we only like that. Go anywhere in the world, if you Black, you know what? That's just that. That's just something that keeps our race, held
Divided.
back. Yeah, divided crabs in a bucket. That's how we put racism on ourselves. So that goes with history, slaves, light-skinned slaves in the house and the field. It's always been. It was bestowed on us, but we're at this point now. It's our own sabotage. We're doing it to ourselves. So go anywhere in the world. They don't care if you light skin, Black, nigga, so it don't matter. It's it's not going to change either. It just is what it is.
Yeah. And people do be colored. I feel like in the media does not help because, like I said, it usually comes from rap songs a lot. You hear them talk about like, I bet you she looks better in red. I bet you, like, it don't help at all. And it probably, like you said, comes from slavery and that whole house slave and field slave kind of thing that just has been perpetuated. But I like what someone said. It's like people condemn brown skin or dark skinned women, but men that are brown skin or dark skin don't really go through that same type of colorism because you know what I mean. Like they're actually like fetishized in a way. Like they be getting attention from. So it's just like I find that interesting.
From me.
Hey, whole T, when I was in college playing ball, like my teammates, we was all in the group chat. They used to cook my ass because you know what I'm saying, they considered me like light skinned. So they, they would send me memes about this how light skinned niggas fall down, and you know what I'm saying. But all my friends was dark skinned, like, you know what I'm saying. I never thought I was like any type of color till I really got to college. Like I didn't know that. Like I didn't grow up like that. Like I wasn't looking at myself like that. And I'm like, damn, y'all not accepting me. I thought I was one of the guys. No, you light skinned, bro. Stay over there. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
It's funny, when I was in high school, people were lighter than me to make fun of me because I was dark skinned. I'm like, if I was dark skinned, it wouldn't be a problem. But I'm like, man, I'm not that dark. But
Yeah.
like, it's only the black race, like Hispanics. They got black Hispanics, like they don't do that. Mexicans, Indians, every other race don't do that. We're the only race that do that. That we gotta categorize our skin tone. Every other race, we're the only people. Africans are light skinned. Africans, Nigerians, they don't do that. We're the only race. African American, they're the only race that do that. So
yeah,
it's funny.
Red bone, yellow bone.
People really do that. I've met girls who like didn't want to talk to me because of my skin complexion. Maybe they favorite dark skinned dudes because, you know what I'm saying, the stereotypes that goes along with them. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Like I didn't really know if people like carry themselves like that. But I mean, everybody has their preferences, so I'm not going to sit up here and like get mad at anybody for that. I feel like that's childish. You know what I'm saying? But I think those people mentalities are childish as well. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay. So Brandon on Instagram made a good point. He said, where does preference come in this discussion? So is it really colorism if you just prefer a certain complexion over another complexion?
Yeah.
It's still colorism.
Because they can't help it. I mean, that has nothing to do with their character. They can't help it if they was, you know, light skin, dark skin. You can't judge somebody off because what they can't help.
Okay. And you could tell when they always calling especially for a guy, you can tell when a guy is a colorist easy. Like he calling every light skinned girl bad, and the girl not even bad. She just light skinned, bro. Like, golly, bro.
Hey, whole time I think dark skinned girls like that are bad be looking way better than light skinned girls that's bad, bro. Their skin be hitting. Like
the problem with the dark skin, the problem with the dark skin, they get insecure from seeing all the guys who want to talk to the light skinned girls. They put all this stupid makeup on to make themselves light skinned, and they just end up making themselves look uglier. That's what that happens.
Yeah, and I have noticed like, I you know, certain light skinned, certain girls that I know like back from my hometown that are like, you know, fair skin. They act like, I think it's a perception of them because men, like, we like to, you know, I think some of us think that like light skinned women act a certain way, you know, they carry themselves a certain way. They, you know, you look at them for their skin color and you think, quote unquote, they're a good girl, but the whole time they not though. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of it comes down to that, like, you know what I'm saying, like putting a woman on a pedestal. Like maybe dudes do that subconsciously in terms of how they're going to be treated. How is this woman going to carry herself and things like that? And that's sad, you know.
I'm glad you said that because I remember Chris told me one time, he was like, Cinquetta, you light skinned, but you don't act like skin. I was like, oh, that's such a compliment. Like, thank you.
Cinquetta, you're not light skinned.
Well, yeah, I'm not light skin, but you know,
I think you are light skinned.
I'm in the middle. I'm a nice caramel complexion.
Yeah.
No, I count you as light skin. I would count
you. You get hit.
So what are
you gonna turn red?
So what are you? Do you consider yourself brown skin? I think you.
You know what's crazy? A lot of people always tell me, I always assume that I'm darker than what I am because people say you are not that dark. I don't consider myself to be light skinned at all. Like I be telling, I'm like I'm a Beyonce color or Nicki Minaj, and they like no. So I don't know. I think I'm caramel. I consider myself caramel.
Yeah.
Right. They call it light brown, like making good color. Like I was
Some people call it red. You know what I'm saying?
That
like
too.
Red, like you got a red tint to you. Like when it get hot, when the summer come out, when I get dark, I get red. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I don't know. I didn't even know the difference between that. Like what is red? What is, you know what I'm saying? Like I had no idea.
That melatonin, whatever it is in the skin.
I guess I learned it as I get older. I'm red. They'll say stay red, walking down the street. Then they'll call you, say, well, you'll be red, you'll be yellow bone. That's how it is.
So Rashida on Instagram, she said, as a light skin, I dislike when people automatically think that we're stuck up or rude. But are still expected to accept comments. She's also intelligent, and she can hold a conversation as a light skinned person. Yes, don't put us in a box, okay? Yeah, she said she's caramel. Yep. So that's what it is. And like you said, Brandon, like I didn't grow up even like realizing like my complexion was different or lighter or whatever because my mom is brown skin. And then she helped me realize that. Like she was like, Cinquetta, when you see me, when you look at yourself, you see me. And I'm like, that's probably very true. Like, you know what I mean? I never thought of it like that. So I just kind of grew up. Like I said, my mom was brown skin, like real humble, like so, and it do matter like how you grow up. And like I guess the images. But if you tell them, like I was like way lighter as a baby and stuff, you hear them say it. They said that I thought I was white. And I didn't want to have no brown skin friends or dark skin friends,
Wow.
So yeah, they said I didn't want to play with the little girl next door because she was black and I was light. So even back then, like, and trust me, nobody taught me that, but it's probably like what I perceived watching TV and stuff like that. So so that was good. Okay, so I want to like lighten it up a little bit. So we kind of got this question from Brandon. So how do we as people, as adults, make friends? Because they say as we get older, it's hard to make friends as an adult. So how do people over 25 and over make friends?
That's
because usually by that time you're out of college, so you don't make friends that way. You're out of school, like,
Well, I'm not out of school.
That's a good one. That's interesting. Other than making friends with your kids' friends' parents, I don't know. That's it. If you ain't got no kids, I don't know how you got your Instagram, Twitter friends, and that's it.
I got
real life friends. Me, I don't know. I'm 26. I don't know. I can't tell you.
Maybe you just don't. Maybe you just nurture the friendships you have. Like
hell no, I had to cut. Everybody can't come with you.
See, Brandon. This is Brandon on Instagram. He said work and through common hobbies. I don't make friends with people at work. Like I work with you. When it comes to money, I'm there for the money. I'm not there to be your friend. Because you may try to throw me under the bus.
If it's a sales job, I can say that. If it's a sales job, everyone you kind of on your own, but you still work with people. You can make friends that way.
I agree with that.
I don't want them to follow me on Instagram. This one lady found me on Facebook, and I was so mad. I was just like, "Why did she find me on Facebook? Like
your coworker."
Yeah, I'm like, why'd she do that? It's actually a reel that someone created that was like, your coworker come up to you and be like, I tried to find you on social media. I couldn't find you. And the person's like, that's because I blocked you. I found you before you could find me, and I blocked you. And that's like a real thing. Like I don't do work friends. Like
I don't know. That's good you don't, but I realize that more and more I work different companies. People be with each other, with their coworkers. People be having sex with each other, their coworkers. They do that. They be coworkers fucking each other. Like they do that. Like that's doing weird. Like I'm like, I know I get you there 40 hours a week, but you there 40 hours out of the week. Some people just feel like there's nothing else around them, and they just do their work coworkers. But that's crazy to me.
I don't know. I think that's a good way to make friends. I agree with Chris. At work or school for me. That's the only way I can see.
School is fine, but work, when it comes to money, because if I'm friends with you and like we're trying to go through the same position or something like that, then it's not, now it's like a little competitive. Like, I don't know. Like, I'd rather just keep it neutral. So and what if I get in a position that's higher than you, but you my friend? Like, then it messes up the respect that you're supposed to have for me. So I don't want to be your friend. I actually don't even want to be at work. So let's just like do our job and I'll talk to y'all later, And that's just be like how like kind of carry on. I feel like my friends are not the people I work with are not my friends. Like they don't even know that I do this and I got this stuff going on. That's for a reason. Now, if I don't have a job, if I don't work at that place no more, then I could be your friend. But if we work at the same place, I don't want to be your friend. Like I don't.
I
So
don't
let
know.
me.
I feel like it's about It's about maturity level. You really meet good people at work. Like I get what you're saying. Like I had a so-called quote unquote friend, and we went out for the same position, and we both had a second interview. And I told her, I walked up to her. I said, "Good luck. May the best woman win." I ended up getting the job. She stopped talking to me. So it just depends on what level you are. I feel like it's great people, at work sometimes.
You knew you was going to get the job. That's why you said it was the best person with it.
You know what? Yes. So Rashida said making friends is hard when you're older because you're often already set with friends, but you tend to outgrow the old school ones. So that's true too.
Nah, I don't
Keep
got no
friends with different
friends, bro.
activities.
I don't have friends. I don't know. Maybe the friends I had was, I'm not gonna lie, the friends I had was not they was not good. I wouldn't say they wasn't good people. It was just we was doing a lot of bad stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it says in the good book, like bad company corrupts good morals. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like I had a problem. Like I couldn't be around you if you weren't doing certain things, if I didn't see you in a certain light, if I didn't have a certain respect for you. Like I don't know. That's how I was growing up. Like I only went out with like certain friends. Like I didn't go out with everybody. I might like talk to you in passing, but like you saw me with the same people. We was going out. I was with the same people. Like if something go down, like for instance, I had a teammate who went out with some of our other teammates. Right, he went to like a go-go or something. Like he got out, somebody was sitting on his car, and like basically he got jumped by like four dudes. While like three of his teammates was with him, and they just let him get his ass beat, and then he had to drive him home. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I don't know, and maybe it's how my dad was being born in DC too. Like he didn't bring like people to our like house unless he went to your house, knew your parents, knew your mother, like all that. So it was just like we didn't just have people running through our house like that. So maybe I've just always been kind of like wary, you know what I'm saying? I think I got more sociable in college, you know what I'm saying? But like after that, I mean, I went to school in Ohio and then I came back to Maryland. So like a lot of those people I met, like I don't talk to anymore. So I mean, I think I got like two friends, but yeah, I mean, I don't like meeting people at work either, just because of like some of the things I was doing when I was younger I wasn't doing what I needed to do, so I didn't want you in my business,
Right.
and things of that nature. So
So what if they had y'all number? What if the coworker had y'all number instead of y'all social media? They ain't gonna see nothing. You get the number. It's okay to have a coworker's number. Hey, clock me in. I'm on the way.
yeah, I mean that's I mean, but that's not really being a friend. That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like an associate. Like, you know, when you my
Yeah.
friend, like my friends, like I would do a lot for. You see what I'm saying? I would probably do things for them they wouldn't do for me because of, you know, when I was young, I got picked on and I got teased, and I didn't have a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? So when I did make meaningful relationships and friendships, I took that serious, like really serious. You know what I'm saying? Like it was damn near you was like my blood. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody thinking like that. So that's why I don't try like mix with everybody like that. So.
Yeah, I just don't. I feel like it's maybe I'm at the point where I don't really think to make friends.
Mhm.
And like I said, I just nurture the friendships I currently have. And if I do make new friends, it's like doing stuff like this or something that I'm interested in. So
Mhm.
as an adult, I feel like the easiest way to make new friends is to just do things that you enjoy. You're doing like Zumba. I like Zumba. Before COVID happened, I started connecting with those people. Now those people have my number. You know what I mean? Like the activities that I do, we could be friends that way. Oh, at church, like I would join women's group and stuff like that,
That's
make
cool
friends
too.
that way. So
Mhm.
like as an adult, you just make friends like just doing things that you enjoy that are common. Work, I feel like no, because I make money there. That's where like I make money and I just want to keep it professional. I didn't even go to the happy hours. Like I'll be like, no, I don't really like y'all. Like, no. Some of my coworkers are cool, but like I don't want to hang out. I got my own friends and hang out with. Like I don't want to hang out with y'all, because then you get too comfortable, and then no, you cannot see me slacking at work. I'm gonna be on it. Like I'm there to do a job, and that's just that. So So okay, so at least all right, we on like some no new friends type time. So what about this? If you're by yourself, you're not making no new friends. Do you feel comfortable going out by yourself, like to the movies alone or to dinner alone? Like, what say you?
Yeah, I mean, where I live at, I don't know nobody. It's nothing but white people out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and they different. They like, you know what I'm saying? In Minnesota, it's a little different. You know, I'm used to more of the metropolitan area. I'm kind of like in a rural area. So, like, but even before that, when I was still in the DMV, like, you know, I did a lot by myself. You know, I would go to the movies by myself, or like, say, like a girl told me to come to like a lounge or something, I'd go by myself and she'd be with her friends, stuff like that. You know, I don't mind doing that as much. You know what I'm saying? Or going to the bookstore. I love reading, you know, so I go to the bookstore, like, you know what I'm saying, look at some books or things like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think everybody needs to be comfortable doing things by themselves. You know, I think that's just kind of like, if you not comfortable by yourself, that should tell you something. And I think most people like being distracted because they don't want to be reminded of the things they're thinking in their own head. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So,
Yeah. Being by yourself, doing things by yourself does require you to like be in your own thoughts. I actually like doing a lot of stuff by myself. I do a lot of things by myself in Atlanta. Like I went to see a Tyler Perry play at the Fox Theater by myself. I had to go to Zumba classes by myself. I tried to ask my roommates, but they didn't want to go. And, you know, I be into like a lot of weird stuff. So I went to the opera by myself. And it's just I just realized like if I want to do something, I can't wait to get like a cheer squad behind me. Cause like I said, a lot of people don't want to do the things I do. And then I don't like people's energy. Like, all right, if I invite you to go somewhere with me, act like you happy to be here. Like you're gonna irk me acting like you don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Nigga, you're messing up my time, my fun. So it's just like I shouldn't even asked you. So kind of like what Brandon was saying, I'll be going along with stupid stuff I don't really like just to like please my friend, to be a good friend. But I feel like people don't do that for me. So I just like, I'm going by myself, you know? So I'm just like already an introvert. So doing things by myself is like actually really nothing. I actually prefer that. Leave me alone. No, I'm playing. What
Um,
about you, Chris? Oh, go ahead, Brittany. You can
I
go.
just, for me, I can't go nowhere by myself.
What?
No, because I talk to myself a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I go to have dinner or lunch with myself, I'm gonna be moving my mouth, and then people gonna think I'm crazy, you know? Because I that's just something that I do. Like I literally sit here and be like, "Did I cut the stove on? I don't know. I think I did."
What
Like
about
I seriously talk to myself, and
what about the movies or something where you don't have to talk? Like, would you go
if
to
I
the
really
movie?
wanted to go to a movie, I would go to a movie by myself. But as far as like having lunch or where I got to really just like sit there, no, because I'm more so afraid that people are gonna see me talking to myself. Since that is something that I always do, so I could do that. But I would totally do a movie. That's
Mhm.
probably the only thing I'll probably do. I'll go to a store, go shopping, maybe.
Yeah. I go to the mall. I go to the mall by myself. Movies. I would never done it before. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Um, hmm. I do so much stuff by myself alone or anyway, like running my errands. So, hmm.
Yeah. So
But would I go to a restaurant by myself? Probably not. Honestly, probably not. Just
I think
make my own.
I've done that a couple times, but it's
mhm.
like, for instance, like there's a restaurant called. There's two times I did that. I went to Carmine's by myself once in Northwest, and I went to Del Frisco's in the city center. Have you been to the city center, Cinquetta,
Where's that at?
in DC?
Probably not. I feel like the metro station sound familiar, but I don't think I
It's
probably.
not, city center is not by a metro station.
Oh,
It is, but it's not called city center. But
okay.
yeah, I've been a couple of times. It'll be like if I really want to go to a restaurant and like, all right. So how I used to operate, I used to not like doing things by myself. And when I wanted to do something, say I wanted to go out see a movie, I would always like have a random girl come with me. Like, so sometimes I'd be taking girls on dates, not even because I wanted to be on a date with them. I just wanted to go to a restaurant and eat good. And I was like, I don't want to do it by myself, so you can just be the beneficiary of this. but that kind of like, I felt like the girls didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? So they might have like, are you know what I'm saying? But I was just being me, so I tend not to do that anymore. I just go by myself.
So we have a lot of like by themselves kind of people. So Desi said, I'm fine being alone, shopping, dinner, movies, clubs, anywhere. I'm like that too. I've been out to eat by myself one time. It is kind of like awkward a little bit. It do take
Would y'all go on a trip by yourself? I know a girl, she be going on trips by
now.
Yeah.
That's what I need to
I
work
want
up
to do
to.
that, bro. I want to do that.
Yeah, I need to work up to. I would want to. I would want to. And Rashida on Instagram said, "Oh, I love a good self date." And Brandon on Instagram said he do it all the time. We go to movies, dinner, festivals, bars, all sorts of events. And Rashida said, if you can't be with you, who then who? That's good. She said, I'm naturally weird. Normal people aren't fun. So listen, I enjoy me. Say at the bar. I feel the same way. Like, I feel like I wish it was two me's. Like, I would be my like best friend. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I feel like nobody's really like me like that. So I would enjoy my own company if there was another person, another me. So it's just like I just do that now by myself. So yeah, and I think it's also because I'm an introvert too. Maybe extrovert people. Like Brittany, do you consider yourself an extrovert? Maybe that's why you may have like trouble.
Mm-mm. I'm
you're
definitely an introvert. I definitely stay in the house 90% of like my kids get mad at me. We rarely leave outside. Like I'm the definite like I don't even go to the grocery store. I do grocery pickup. I do not like people. I swear. You would think I'm just this bubbly. I'm inside 90% of the time. I would not go nowhere by myself.
That's good, Destiny. Yeah, we're working on it. I'm trying to do like maybe a lone trip to Miami, but Destiny said my sister goes out of the country alone all of the time. I never have though. Yeah, I want to. That's my next thing. Yeah.
To go out of town by yourself?
Say it again.
To go out of town by yourself?
Yeah, to like Miami or something. Like, because
at least
again, a vacation, you don't have to talk. Like most of the time, you're going on a vacation to like debrief, to get away from everything. So I feel like a vacation is a nice, easy thing to start, especially
That's
like on the
beach.
beach.
I could never.
It is brave. It is brave. I'm working on it.
That's very brave. She even said she go to the clubs and to the even going to the mall. I wouldn't go to the mall. I would never go to the club by my like.
You go to the mall by yourself. I feel like it's an easy place to go by yourself because people, right? It's nothing because you already got the stores you want to go in mind. Because that's the thing. I don't like going with people because when I'm ready to leave the store and you still like there, just like oh my gosh, like, come on.
So, if I'm going to a Pacific store, you know how you park outside that store and go in, then I leave out. But like going in the mall by myself, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I don't like being around crowds of people like that. I probably order online. I don't go to stores much.
Okay. All right. Oh, well, speaking on vacations, Brittany, you're gonna know this question. It's gonna be familiar to you, but I want to ask like the guys.
Okay.
Would you go on a vacation with your ex? Let's say like I like Miami, even though I've never been. Let's say like all of us getting together or something like that. And we're gonna meet in Miami for like a friend trip. Like we're gonna do this podcast there. And MTV is gonna produce it. But the catch is like your ex gotta come. You know what I mean? Like, would you be okay going on a vacation with your ex? Why or why not?
Can I pick the ex?
Say it again.
Can I pick which ex I go with?
Ooh. No, you can't.
No.
Wow.
No, you can't. Why not?
Because she was crazy, bro. That's why.
Okay. All right. Is it appropriate to still be in touch with your ex? I guess that's kind of what I really want to like bring out.
It depends. Would you say, Chris?
For what? Still be in touch with them for what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it depends.
What you had before, Brittany?
Oh, no.
Facts. Why would I be in touch with my ex? Unless we got kids.
Yeah, that exactly. Some people have a hard time making people history. Like shit.
Yeah.
History, bro. Let that shit go, bro.
I think it depends. For me, like I think out of like all the exes I had, there's probably only one or two I would talk to. Like one of them is engaged to get married. So like I just hit it like see how she's doing. And like we did that like often. We'll say hi to each other, contact each other every once in a while, but it's not consistent. But I mean, if you consistently reaching out to your ex, I think that's stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's like y'all broken up, but y'all not broken up because y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like that, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? But if it's all some platonic, like, you know, like it depends, you know what I'm saying? But it could get touchy, you know, or I don't know. It depends on the situation, I would say.
Oh, that's weird to me. Exes following each other on social media still, that's weird. Talking, weird. Saying Merry Christmas is weird too. Shit weird. That's just me. That shit weird.
Yeah.
If you ain't got no kids with them, that shit just weird.
I don't know. That's how some exes be. I know my exes be following me on social media. They,
I don't follow. I feel like that's a little too much. Following your ex on social media, like I don't know why you're doing that. You just gonna piss yourself off if you care about them. If you don't give a fuck, then you know what I'm saying. You don't care. But no, I don't keep tabs on my exes. You know what I'm saying? At all. Like I think if you keeping tabs on your ex, you just setting yourself up. You know.
That's pretty much what it is. They want to keep tabs.
Girls do that.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know too many dudes keeping tabs on their girls.
Girls do that. Girls be keeping tabs. We watching your story. Girl, an ex or a girl you had sex with in the past, just watching so why you story. Like you just
see. I didn't know women was
like
that. I'm used to the men, and I'm surprised. I'm like, is this normal? Baby, men be keeping tabs.
And it's like I already don't follow them. It's like I don't block nobody. I don't care enough to block nobody.
That's surprising. So y'all don't follow none of y'all exes on social media?
For what?
Oh wow.
I don't really have social media. Like I got a ghost page on IG. You know what I'm saying? And I be just on the explore page, but I don't be looking at nobody. I don't even know why I be on there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not really on there. So. But I was gonna say something. Whole T. Yeah, that is kind of funny because I had a girlfriend or ex-girlfriend reach out to me the day before my birthday to tell me happy birthday, and we get to talking. I'm like, okay, like I guess she. And this is a girl I like was real in love with her, right? She randomly hit me up like the day before my birthday, and we get to talking, and then I'm asking her something. I think I asked her like we should go out or something, just link up, and she was like, I don't think my man will be cool with that. I'm like, bro, why you texting me? I was like, bro, this girl playing games. So I cut her off with the quickness. And then the fact is, like, so we texted up until 12 o'clock when my birthday came. She didn't text me the whole day. After my birthday, she reached out to me. Like, I was like, bro, get the fuck out of my life, bro. She was weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's what she was doing. But I'm like, why you're keeping tabs on me? You got a whole dude. Like,
she probably wanted you to be like, man, forget that, and you with me, you still mine. You know, girls. Stuff like that.
I was gonna say sometimes people keep you on tuck for like an ego boost. So it could have been like her main dude was acting up, so she's like, let me like text him because I know he like me still, and he gonna make me feel so. Yeah, I feel like that's what that was.
I think she thought that with me. You know what I'm saying? Because she was fishing. Yeah, we had a very on and off relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was very interesting. We were like, it was my like ex from college, and we were very, we were like very popular as a couple on campus, and it was like we would go years without talking to each other, and then it was like weird stuff. Like she would find me on Instagram, my page was private, she would follow me, and then she would just unfollow me. I'm like, what are you doing? And I would reach out to her like, why are you hitting me up? And she was like, oh, I was at work showing my coworkers what you look like. And I'm like, what? Like, are you like, does that sound like something a girl would do? Because that didn't make any sense to me.
That don't make no sense.
From a girl's point of view, what it sounds like for me being a woman, it sounds like that she really want to be with you. She just wants you to show her that you want to be with her. She wants you to chase her, fight for her. But it really sounds like she really wants to be with you. Because I mean, to me,
Oh, weird. She wasn't no Gemini too, was she?
Nah, she was a Cancer.
That's crazy.
So, but the thing is, like, I'm not trying to throw no salt on this girl name, but I'm pretty sure she was. And this is, I've dealt with this unfortunately because some of the stupid things I got myself into. But really, I didn't really believe that women be setting dudes up. Like, but women really be setting dudes up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's certain things about her character that I'm like, what's up with you? Like, how's she moving? Like, I got issues with people in Detroit. She be in Detroit talking to these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And just I be get word from the grapevine and things like that. Like, and it's just weird. Like, I've been in another situation when I went to Panama City Beach with basically like a random girl. I ain't gonna hold you. And like I'm like I didn't know Panama had a hood, but she took me to the hood, bro. It was the jump out boys everywhere. She tried like, and I'm pretty sure she tried to set me up. Some in my spirit was like, bro, kick this girl out your car. Whole time I kicked her out, left her like at a gas station and went about my business, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So certain times, I don't know, man. You know that it can get tricky. It can get real
Yeah.
freaky. People
Maybe.
backdooring people. You know, we live in the backdoor era.
Especially in Atlanta, when you hear the girl robbed the dude, went on a date with the dude, and robbed the dude
Oh
$1
yeah,
million worth of jewelry. But I
yeah.
out here, man. Get you, get you.
So I'm gonna read this comment. Desi said, "Only thing my ex and I talk about is when he's coming to get his children and when he's bringing them back." So I guess like that is a thing. Like we got kids together. Okay, it's just about the kids. But other than that, ain't no talking. Kanisha said, "That's me. I used to block, unblock, and delete him." So okay, now you see sometimes girls we go through like emotional roller coasters. Like sometimes we going up and down, Brandon. So it just be
Nah,
like
to be honest, I ain't even gonna hold you. I feel like she was just trying to destroy my confidence. Cause like
mm,
when I was in school, like I was just like heralded for no reason. I just had a lot of clout. And then like I got kicked out of my school. You know what I'm saying? I graduated, but I got kicked out of shit because I was doing stupid stuff. But like I don't know, it was a lot of I don't know. I felt like she thought like maybe it was weird because like before I started dated her, like she was known, but she wasn't like it was. I don't know, man. It was just a weird thing. Like, and I would have dreams about her, like weird dreams. Like, I mean, consistently. Like, she didn't. I had a dream about her the other night, like, and it was a crazy dream. I remember at the beginning of the dream, I was with some dude and we was plotting to do something wild. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really going to talk about that. But then later in the dream, I was in a restaurant and I literally had this dream 2 days about like this girl, and she was in there with some dude, and it was like it was really weird. And I'm like, why am I still? I don't know, bro. Maybe it's a soul tie. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, soul ties real.
I don't want to say so. Brandon on Instagram, he was saying like he wouldn't go on a vacation if it was just him and his ex. But if they went with their partners, and that's how I feel. Remember, that's how come I felt like with Destiny and Martell, Brittany. I just felt like I would go, but I gotta bring my new man. Like just so you know, like, but I don't want to go there with just you. And I
Can't
like
can't give the benefit your ex a benefit being in your presence like that and being in your presence, and can't do that. Should have know. Even talking to them can why can't give them that satisfaction. They can still be thinking they can still be in your presence and not be with you, man. You disrespecting your own self, man. Cut that person off, man. They dead.
facts.
You doing that? You messing up the blessings from the next person God trying to bring into your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just let it go. All right. I know I got y'all here on for like an hour and 37 minutes. Do y'all want to go a little longer? Like how y'all feeling? I have a few more questions, but I want to be considerate of everybody's time.
I'm good.
Brittany, you good?
Hey.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Deal breakers. What are your relationship deal breakers? And when I say deal breakers, I mean something you're unwilling to tolerate in a relationship. Like if X, Y, and Z happen, you're out. Like if they talking to their ex-boyfriend, you find out you're out. Like what are y'all deal breakers? And it could be like your top one. Like I'm definitely cutting this person off for this.
My top one is abuse.
Abuse.
If
Does
I
that
had to
mean
pick one, if I had
physical?
to pick
Oh,
one, it's
okay.
abuse. It's like it's control. It would say controlling and just abuse, just hand in hand.
So do you mean physical, mental, like is it
Whatever type of
what?
abuse. Like if I feel like you have like a controlling spirit, with like where you're trying to control me, then if I had to give one, that would be it.
Present like that, being in your presence.
Mhm. Okay, what about you, Brandon? What's your deal breaker?
I don't really think I have one because like it's a lot of things you can do to get on my nerves. So I guess if you get on my nerves enough, that's a deal breaker. I mean, whatever that might be.
Okay. What about you, Chris? What's your relationship deal breakers? Like you walking away from a girl if she do this.
Um, it's kind of weird, but okay. So like how Brandon, a lot of people have situations they with someone, y'all break up, get back, break up, on and off, all that. If they when y'all off, if they have sex with someone else, yeah, that ends it. So that's my one right there. Like,
Even if y'all off,
yeah, yeah, we off. If we off and we go back on, it can't go back on if that happened.
what?
That's done.
But
That's
y'all was
done.
off though. What you was doing when you
Like,
was
and we're
off?
gonna stay off, and it's gonna stay off now because you did that. You sealed it. You wrote your ticket. That's it. Yeah, it's off. You're right. It ain't
You
coming back on.
y'all broke up and y'all supposed to go about y'all life. And
Yeah. So it shouldn't be no reason for y'all to go back on. If that, that's just how I see that. That shit done.
okay.
Another one would be I'll be strict, bro. You communicated with your ex or got it Instagram, anything done.
Hey,
It's
hope.
not. It's this. I put it like this. You ain't no girl. You just someone I'm dealing, having sex with. Just put it like that. I'm not. I don't won't look at you and not like you. Not claiming you're not my girl. You're not. Nah.
Hey,
You
Chris,
do it just for now. What do you say,
would you?
Brandon?
Hey, would you be cool with like your girl, like your actual girlfriend, having like a dude best friend?
Ain't no dude trying to be no girl's best friend unless you gay, but get that shit out of here, man. Get that shit out.
Right.
I mean, this girl was just telling me real life. She's girl. Girls sometimes be real naive, like
Yeah.
thinking
Hmm.
God be really just trying to be their friends. Then you be
Hmm.
not gay, bro. You naive and you dumb. I don't want to. Nah, bro. Get that, bro. Can't be around me, bro. Can't be
Right.
around me. Nah, for what? Like I don't even want to. It's not the old your friend. Like, nah, that's your friend. He's straight. I'm good on you, bro. Ain't no straight guy trying to be no girlfriend. Especially if you the type of guy that's known to date bad women. Like get out of here with that, bro. I don't care the dude married whatever. Get out of here with that, man.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
Nah.
So we have some other deal breakers from online. Official Norwood said he can't deal with a girl that has no goals and smokers. That
Mm.
is a good
Okay.
one. That is a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. Let's talk this. How old is too old? Can
Ooh.
you still go to the clubs after the age of 30? Is that a yay or a nay?
That's a
I
good
know.
one.
I know 66-year-olds, 70-year-olds still go to clubs, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Man, for
Hmm.
real?
Yeah, I do. I know 50 some year olds that still go to clubs. Yeah.
60
And
go to club
married.
like yeah, me too. Man, they married. Yeah,
Yeah.
they go to clubs more than me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know what I would say for me? It's to the point to where I don't know. For me, I be changing. Like some days I be like I'm too like I haven't been in the club in a while. Like I don't know. Sometimes I go back and forth because the thing for me, where I will go to the club if I do go, is because of the dancing. I like to dance. That's the only reason why I would go. That's the only reason. Because when I go to the club, people ask for my number. I'm not giving it out because I don't want a club guy. So I really do feel like after 30, you should pretty much be done with the clubs. I would say that because I do have a conscience. I think since I'm 31, so since I made 30, which has been over a year and a half, I went to the club once in a year and a half, once, because I feel like I shouldn't be in there.
Mhm.
What about this? This is how I kind of think. After 30, It better be a goddamn occasion. Someone celebrating some birth, something like that. If you just going because it's Friday, Saturday, you weird. Oh, it's not weird. That's like that ain't it. That ain't it. So that's what I say. I sometimes feel I'm too old to go to a club. That's just me. I be feeling old. I got an old soul. So
me too. But I would go to listen to some. I would go to listen to because I do want to go soon to sometimes quote unquote clubs have you know jazz and a live band. So I would admit I would still go see a live band. I love a live band.
That sounds more like a lounge though.
Yeah, I would go out. Some people probably would consider, but yeah, definitely a lounge. I would definitely do that. If they got a live band, I would do that.
Yeah, lounge where you can sit down and eat a meal.
Yeah.
Clubs is standing up, it's hot, sweaty, you can't really sit down kind of thing. You have a conversation in the lounge. But it's been years since I've been in a club. Like I just feel I like
when last time you been to a club, Sam? You didn't go to any club? You went to some clubs down here when you was in Atlanta.
Yeah, and that was back in 2016 since I've been there. So yeah, back then. But like I feel like I stopped going maybe at like 25, 26.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good.
Because it gets redundant. Like, okay, I'm dressing up, I'm going out looking a certain kind of way. I am, as Brandon was saying, am trying to get a certain kind of attention. And then you just know what it's hitting for after a while. It just becomes like a redundant circle. And I be looking for a little bit more. And you know, like the little bit more isn't in the club. You know, it's a certain mindset.
So nice.
Some dudes have going to the club. So a certain mindset some women have when they go into the club. And that's just not my environment anymore. That's not my stilo. So just
Can y'all enlighten me? Because I don't go. I go to strip clubs. It's not the same.
That's what I was about to say.
I go to strip clubs and clubs are different.
Shake. That's it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the last time I went out to the club in Atlanta, I got into it with a very well-known person that made music out there.
What club you went to?
It was a joint right by the daiquiri factory. And I would say the person's name, but I just like chumped him in front of all his people. You know what I'm saying? I'll let him live.
Okay, so for y'all guys, strip clubs is okay.
Strip club, like I'm not.
Yeah, that's I'm
not in Atlanta. In Atlanta, it'd be more to go to a club like these gold. It'd be more to go to a club like gold than go to a strip club like Onyx or Magic. That should be retarded. You ain't seeing no ass, no titty, no nothing. Yeah. But hey, don't get me started.
Wait, did you say you said you don't see that in the club?
No, but I'm saying like you go to a regular club, like you paying like $100 line like for a club. You're not seeing nothing. A bunch of people standing around, bro. And that's a regular club. Like you don't even be that to go to the not top of the line strip club. Like this should be weird to me. Like
maybe I'm dancing the whole time.
I don't see nothing. Like,
but Atlanta, I'd moved from Atlanta like a couple months ago. Like after I got into that person, I was laying low. But like going out in Atlanta is different now. Like this girl I know just got shot in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? Like it was a period of time when like it was like you was liable to get blasted going out. You know, I don't know how it is.
It's still on. They go out of bucket, man. Something you're gonna hear shots. You're not gonna get shot. I mean, hear shots is gonna be a fight, or your car may get broken into. Something. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something.
Oh wow!
And it's like you can stay at home for all that. So it's gonna be something.
Oh, I tell you. All right, so these last two questions should like end us right off at the hour. So I'm not quite sure if you can answer this, Brandon, but maybe. But I feel like Chris can. Can you please help me figure out what is the fascination with Kevin Samuels, his logic, what he has to say? Like, how did he just explode onto the scene? Like, what makes him so like? What makes people gravitate to his message so much?
From guys like your.
Yeah.
I want to hear what Brandon said. I just want you to be more.
I don't know.
He be saying what dudes want to say but scared to say. Flat out.
Yeah.
That's why we like him, because most dudes want to pander to women to get that ass. You know what I'm saying? And
But
he not, you know, that's what it. Like a lot of dudes out here are pandering to women to get that ass or to get whatever, and he's just like, bruh, like you getting a bad end of the deal because a lot of these women trying to finesse you, do this. You know what I'm saying? He trying to, and I'm not saying everything he says is good, but like y'all got women have always had other women champion y'all, talk about how y'all got it bad, this and you know what I'm saying. And we having a man that said for real, in the terms of marriage, because a lot of what he talking about is like, you know, marrying a woman and how, you know, picking the wrong one could, you know what I'm saying, be devastating to a man, which is real because like he gives y'all facts, y'all just don't like hearing them.
You did get excited, Chris. Oh,
man, cause that's it, man. Cause that's it, man. And that's it. Cause that's what I mean. I watch Kevin saying because I'm watching you get a laugh because it's funny. Like I told you that last clip, that was funny to me. But that's really what it is. Like I'm not that tight. Like that's stuff Kevin saying said. I kind of been saying that already, and I say it to a woman's face. Like is what it is. But a lot of men not saying that, not really. They talking behind it, pillow talk behind to their boys, but when they in the girls' face, they not saying that. But they just not. Bro. I don't know what it is. Girl just that bad. Don't want to say he like Brandon say he wanna hit, so he not gonna say that because you know if he say that he not gonna not gonna get none. So they watch it. That's how I see it. That's how kind of something they watch. Men watch it like who be really watching it. They watch it for that. Like,
they just be watching it like, yeah.
All right, bro. Like these women, like it's not funny laughing because some women, I applaud them for going on there trying to get advice and and the ones who are actually able to listen and take it. So I applaud them for that. They want to hear a male's perspective, and and saying you was talking like, well, women say the same thing. Yeah, they don't want to hear from y'all. Women don't want advice from a woman. It is what it is. They don't.
that is true. That is true.
So
that is true.
And it's like I like the straight, blunt delivery of Kevin because I feel like I can relate to it. Women have a problem with it because he's sugarcoating it or he's being his delivery. So like I said last time, sometimes he gotta say it to them like that, or it's not the woman not gonna get it, bro. They really not, bro. It's gonna go right over their head what he trying to tell them or enlighten them on. So he gotta say it to them as women will. Oh, why he say it to rude like that? I'm like, bro, is it the truth or not, bro? Is he saying like, look at how. Get past of how he's saying it, but is it real or is he right or wrong what he's saying? And most of the time he'd be right. Some stuff would be a little too far, but I don't know. That'd be funny. I watch it get a laugh. That'd be funny to me. He be cracking me up. I don't even watch it. I don't even watch it. But if I see it, I'm really just to see it for a laugh, see what he about to say, or see what the girl's response about to be. That's it. I'm not. Those things be an hour long, but guys be like you said, ooh, bro, you got like. Car ride playing that thing. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, yeah, leave her.
Man. All right. So I asked that because I do feel like from what I be hearing sometimes from him, he just be like, y'all women need to choose better. Y'all women need to choose better. So I'm just going to end it off with this question. Like, so how can women choose better? Like, what do y'all consider like a grown man? Like what should a man like have or possess that would make him like a good quality or a good catch? You know what I mean? Like how can women choose better? What should women be looking at if we not supposed to look at his 6 feet, his 6 figures, his this and that? What should we be looking at? Like what would be considered a good grown man? Like, you know?
All right, let me ask the girl something. Brittany, how tall is your father?
How tall is who?
Your father.
My daddy was about 6'1".
Okay. What about you, Sinclair, your father, your stepfather?
My dad is probably like a little bit taller than me, so maybe like 5'6", 5'7".
All right. So I asked you that question because I think a lot of girls should go after what their father was, because like that's the first representation of what a man is. Like, and that's what I think why like fathers are so important because for their daughters, that's going to be that first representation of a man. You see what I'm saying? So, like, was your father making six figures? Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. Was your father driving a BMW? It was really like your father loved you, and I'm sure he had some type of character. So you should be going after that. But a lot of women, like, if you ask them that question and maybe they don't, their dad wasn't 6'1" or didn't have all this money or didn't have it, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like, so why are you so focused on that? You see what I'm saying? So I think, you know what I'm saying, it comes down to, I mean, I said it before, it's a mindset, because, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I've been fortunate enough to, you know what I'm saying, have a job making good money, lose it, and then bounce back. I mean, it took me like damn near 2 years, but I got back. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, it depends. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a character. What you got to say, Chris?
How can a woman? How can y'all find a grown?
Or how would you describe a grown man? Like, what does that look like? You know, or what does a good man look like? You know?
I'll tell a woman, but it's not possible for them for what, because what Brandon said. You gotta look how a man's talking to you. Gotta look how a man's talking to you. If you pay attention to how he talks to you, how he treats you, you can see it. But they're not gonna see that. They're not gonna look at that. They're gonna look at height, look at money, car, materialistic things, and I don't feel bad for them when they get hurt or get in a bad situation because they thought they was talking to someone who had these things, but it turned out to be a little kid, or as y'all call a little boy or whatever. So you have a better judge of character. Right? You don't know how to judge. You don't know how to read someone's character. Why you trying to talk? Why you looking for someone then? You know, it's something that's a hard thing to say. That's a hard thing. You can't. It's nothing we can tell women. You need to look for this, and this, and this. The best thing I start just look, watch, pay attention to how he talks to you, how he talks to you. That's a start, and we gotta go from there.
And
Well,
action too, like how he, like, you know what I'm saying, is he saying things and then he's following up. Like, for example, my ex, she would say things, a lot of things, and it would be no action. You know what I'm saying? And like, I think it's the same thing for men. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, like, you got to develop a plan and execute it. You know what I'm saying? It might take time. If you got a woman who worried about what car you driving and how people perceiving you, it's like you're not really looking for a relationship. You're looking for an image. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's wrong with a lot of women. They confusing love with an image. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad. You know what I'm saying? It's really sad.
or like an ego boost. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
I want him because he makes me look good. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
all my friends gonna be like, "Oh, girl," you know, like,
Girls started saying this. I started this trend. You know, you said you even agreed a little bit too, saying, you know, money make you look better.
So, Brandon, I just want to ask you, what if the woman didn't have a relationship with her dad? What if her dad wasn't there? So then who is she supposed to model a good man by?
So I had an ex, right? And this is probably the best relationship I've ever been in my life. This is the only, you know what I'm saying, girl I would probably like give another chance. Like, her dad wasn't in her life. You know what I'm saying? She had a stepdad, but like, we talked about it. You know, she was willing to be vulnerable and express her feelings in regards to, you know, her birth father. And they had a decent relationship. She was willing to work with him, you know what I'm saying, when he came into her life. But she had a great relationship with her stepdad, you know, and she respected men, how she carried herself. She was like, you know, at first I didn't really want to mess with her because I didn't think she was that attractive, but over time she just, I don't know, it was like I just really saw her inner beauty. And then I was like, wow, she's actually, you know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, I mean, you got to talk about those things. I mean, sometimes it affects women differently. I've had other girls that I've messed with that didn't have relationships with their father, and that really messed them up. You know what I'm saying? And it, like, I can see how, like, they think and how they were immature because they didn't have a man like to show them what a man was, and so now they going off of what they see or what their friends doing and things. Um, but yeah, I mean, not all women, you know what I'm saying, that may not have their fathers in their life are really dealing with the trauma. Some are willing to heal. Some of them are willing to address the issue. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's all you can can hope for? Are you willing to work on this? You know.
Yes, and I'm gonna read this comment of what you know she considers as a grown man, a good man. This man will have integrity, respect, and loyal. I think that's good characteristics to go by.
Yeah.
What about you, Brittany? How do you know when you're in the presence of a good grown man like this? How do you know that?
How do I know I'm in the presence of a good grown man? I don't know if how I know I'm in the presence of a good grown man is how he handles himself, like how he treats the waiter. You know, is he rude to the waitress? Does he have manners? Just like if I'm just in the present, I'm assuming we like on a date. So does he open the door for me? You know, and how does he talk to other people? Because he'll talk to me nice all day. You know, he likes me. So he'll be nice to me all day and pretend to get whatever he want to get. But how did he treat other people, the people around him? Do he talk about his friends when they're not around? When he talking to me, do he speak positive of others? So that's just one characteristic. I'll say, okay, this is a good man. You know, he don't talk about people. You know, that's just for me. That's just one key sign for me. How he treat other people.
Mm-hmm. I like that too. You made me think. I feel like I like a guy that's able to like stand in what they say in their truth, even if it's not popular or even if they're the only ones that feel that way or think that way. I really like that. It's just like, oh, that's how come I like the outsider people, like the Dame Dashes, the Kwame Browns. Like I'm always gonna like those people that like may have a different opinion. People may stone them for it, but it's just like
Yeah.
I find that very admirable because that's a man to me. You stand in your truth and you ready to fall on your sword if need be, and I'll be right there with you. Like, talk your
Now,
talk.
see, that could be a double-edged sword though, because what if you meet a man and he like, you know, as far as I feel like it should be 50-50, and he stand on that. He not changing. You know what
I
I
appreciate
mean?
I
For me,
appreciate
I want a man that compromise.
So
I
do you expect a
appreciate
dude to like just go 50-50 off jump though?
no, I appreciate him standing on that if that's how he feel, but it's just not the man for me. Like I
Yeah.
want to date him, but he's still
So
a grown man.
hold on. Like real quick, like so what do y'all expect of 50-50? Like are y'all talking about marriage or y'all just talking about dating?
Marriage. I'm talking about marriage.
Okay.
Cause she said she like a man that pretty much stands on, you know, like his opinion can't be moved. Like he's gonna, if he's like this way 5 years, he's gonna be that same way. He's gonna have the same opinion in 10 years. Pretty
But
much.
maybe I feel that way when it comes to like maybe social issues,
Or
like
maybe
things.
okay, maybe like his morals. His morals
Yeah.
won't
Okay.
change.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Right. There we go. His morals. Yep. That's perfect. Thank you. That's what it was.
His moral stance ain't gonna change.
His
Okay, I get
moral
that. I get
stance
that
is
part.
going to change. Yeah. Like he said what he said. He said it with his
Right.
chest. I like that. Like okay. Right. So I'm gonna read this comment real quick. Kanisha said, "My father has been in my life my entire life, and I don't want a man like him. However, I used to attract his type. I was married to his type. That's another thing too. Like
I relate.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes people's dad don't be all that, Brandon. So
I'm
that
Yeah.
not so
sometimes
all right.
the
Obviously, if you got a
opposite.
Yeah.
fucked up father, you don't want to follow in that, or you don't
Show
want a man
don't.
like
Show
that.
don't.
Like, yeah, that goes without being said.
But see but that's not like people's fault. It's just more so
I
Yeah.
like
mean, yeah, it's not. I mean, like, where can I? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, there's a lot of things that are people in a lot of situations that weren't their fault. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta deal with it, or you gotta look at
mhm,
what you know what I'm saying, what you want. You know what I'm saying? You have an idea of it. You know what I'm saying? Go to somebody that has something that you think you want. Like it's not
mhm,
always because there's people that my dad didn't have his father in his life. You know what I'm saying? But like he had other men, and then he eventually, had my stepfather that came in his life and groomed him into the man that he is. You see what I'm saying? So everybody is born with disadvantages. I mean, that's the beauty of life because we get to
mhm.
overcome it. So I'm not trying to hear that excuse.
No, I like that because I admire, like I said, men like Dame Dash. Like I listen to him and his
Like
views
Lil
on
Boosie. Lil
Boosie
Boosie
man.
stick to his opinion. He
He
ain't gonna
do
change
though.
his mind.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah, but you know,
Boosie ratchet as hell. I wouldn't
yeah.
even.
Now you said what he said, though, Sinquilla. Lil Boosie said what he said. Now he ain't
Oh
apologized.
yeah, you is from what part of Louisiana are you from?
From his part,
Baton Rouge.
that poor, that's right. That's right. Boosie Boo.
The north
I
side or the south? You from Webby?
Huh?
What you from? What part? Because you know Webby. You seen Ghetto Story. You seen Ghetto Stories, right? You
Whatever
better
part of
seen.
Lil Boosie, whatever part of Lil Boosie from, that's where I'm from.
But have you seen Ghetto Stories?
No, I haven't seen Ghetto
Oh
Stories.
my gosh, you from up from there.
I stayed in when I was in Florida. I stayed in the trap with this dude from New Orleans, and he was by far the wildest dude in that whole house, bruh, he had some issues, man.
They
Yes,
said the New
issues.
Orleans folks be a little off like that.
How you like it out there? Because a lot of people say like I was talking to some of the other dudes because Florida wasn't New Orleans. I was staying in Pensacola, and that's like right by Mobile, Alabama. It's not too far from New Orleans. It's like a 2-3 hour drive. Matter of fact, my man had a plug from New Orleans who used to come every week to, you know what I'm saying, drop his loads off. Like, but I heard like it's like a dark cloud in that like region, like because it was a lot of like people be doing voodoo out there, like you know what I'm saying, and a lot of like it was a slave port too, you know what I'm saying. So a lot of the people got like their mind and how they move is real wild, you know what I'm saying. That's what a lot of people was telling me.
I don't know. I don't stay in Baton Rouge no more. I stay close to Baton Rouge, but I don't. I didn't. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I don't like even telling people I'm from Baton Rouge. But see, that just show you how much. Even when I was living there, people will say, "Are you from here?" Because you can definitely tell when it's yeah. If you come, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm not coming back." People definitely just go to New Orleans for the attractions. You never really see people say, "Oh, I want to go to Baton Rouge." It's nothing exciting here.
Wow. Well, on that note, I will wrap this thing up. I just want to say thank you, panelists, so much for joining me and giving great dialogue. You know, I'm gonna chop and screw this thing up and post it on social media because you guys did say a lot of good things, a lot of like gave me very good perspective. So thank you again for joining me. And thank you everyone on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube that watched this. Don't forget to like this video if you're watching this on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. And thank you all for watching. And we will talk to you guys later.